Humans have always thought about living forever. It is a very old dream. We see this dream in many stories and ancient myths. People have always been fascinated by the idea of not dying. This shows a deep wish within us. We all want more time. More time allows for more experiences. More time means more moments with people we care about. This desire for extended life is a powerful human feeling. Why do we have this strong wish to live longer? One big reason is the fear of death. Nobody likes the idea of life ending. Losing friends and family is also very painful. We also have a natural curiosity. We want to see what the future will be like. What new things will happen in the world. We want to learn more and achieve more goals. The longing for more time is a fundamental part of being human for many. This dream of immortality is not a new idea at all. Ancient kings and emperors searched far and wide for magical elixirs. They hoped these potions would grant them eternal life. Alchemists in their laboratories tried to find the secret to stopping death. Great philosophers have written many books about living forever. All these efforts show how much we value our lives. They show our deep hope for something beyond our current limits. This very hope drives many important questions and much scientific research today. But what does living forever truly mean to us? Does it mean never ever dying, no matter what? Or does it perhaps mean living a very, very long and healthy life free from disease? These are very important questions we must consider. The concept of immortality is quite complex. It brings feelings of great excitement, but it also brings feelings of worry and concern. We need to think about all aspects of this idea very carefully as we explore it. Scientists today are seriously exploring ways to help us live longer. This is not about magic or fantasy anymore. It is based on careful and serious research. Researchers study the process of aging at a very small level. They look closely at our cells, which are the building blocks of our bodies. They also study our genes, which are like the instruction manual for our cells. Their main goal is to understand exactly why we get old. This deep understanding is absolutely key to making progress. One very important area of this research is genetics. Our genes play a significant role in determining how long we are likely to live. Some people are born with genes that seem to help them live longer, healthier lives. Scientists are working hard to understand these special genes. They ask big questions. For example, can we find ways to change our genes safely? Or can we use the knowledge about these genes to develop new treatments? Many laboratories around the world are dedicated to finding answers to these complex questions. Another major focus for scientists is on repairing the damage in our bodies. As we live, our bodies slowly accumulate different kinds of damage. This damage builds up over many years. It is a primary reason why we experience aging. Scientists are developing innovative new ways to fix this accumulated damage. You can think of it like maintaining a complex machine such as a car. If we can regularly repair or replace the worn-out parts, the car will run for a much longer time. Our bodies are far more complex than cars, of course. There are some very exciting new technologies emerging in this field. For instance, stem cells hold a lot of promise. Stem cells are special because they can develop into many different types of cells in our body. They could potentially be used to replace old or damaged cells, helping to rejuvenate tissues and organs. Nanotechnology is another futuristic idea being explored. This involves using tiny microscopic robots that could travel inside our bodies to repair damage at the cellular level. These are still early ideas but show great potential for the future. Our bodies, as amazing as they are, have natural limits. We are biological machines in a way. And like all machines, even the best ones, they tend to wear out over time. Our cells, for example, have a limited number of times they can divide and create new cells. This is a well-known concept called the Hayflick limit. It acts like a kind of built-in clock for our cells. This clock essentially tells the cells when it is time to stop dividing, which contributes to the aging process. Our DNA, which holds the instructions for building and running our bodies, also gets damaged. This damage happens continuously throughout our lives. DNA is crucial, as it is the blueprint for all our cells. When DNA gets damaged, it can cause many problems. It can lead to serious diseases, such as cancer. It also directly contributes to the overall process of aging. Our bodies have systems to repair DNA damage, but these repair systems are not always perfect. Over many decades, this unrepaired damage adds up. Another significant problem is the buildup of waste products. Our cells produce waste materials as they perform their normal functions. When we are young and healthy, our bodies are usually very good at clearing out this waste. But as we get older, this cellular cleaning system can become less efficient and slow down. As a result, waste can start to build up both inside and outside our cells. This accumulation can prevent cells from working properly. It is like a house becoming too cluttered to function well. These biological limits present very big challenges to the idea of living forever. It is important to understand that aging is not caused by just one single thing. Instead, it is a result of many different types of damage and processes working together. That is why finding a single cure for aging is extremely difficult, if not impossible. Scientists need to develop strategies to address many different problems at the same time. Solving the puzzle of aging means fitting many complex pieces together correctly. If humans could indeed live much longer lives, what would that actually mean for us? At first, the idea sounds wonderful and very appealing. We would have more time to do everything we want. We could spend more time with our family and loved ones. But such a big change would also bring many big questions and challenges. Our society would almost certainly change in very dramatic ways. We need to start thinking about these potential changes now. This issue is not just about science, it affects everyone. One very important question concerns our planet's resources. If people start living for hundreds of years, will there be enough food for everyone? Will there be enough clean water? Will there be enough living space? Our planet already faces challenges supporting its current population. Significantly longer lifespans could make these problems much harder to solve. We would need to develop entirely new ways to manage and share resources fairly. This is a very serious concern that would impact every person on Earth. Then there is the crucial question of fairness and equality. If treatments to extend life become available, would everyone get to use them? Or would they only be available to very rich people? This is a major ethical issue that we cannot ignore. If life extension technologies are very expensive, it could create even bigger gaps in society. The division between the rich and the poor could become much wider. This would not be a fair outcome. We must work to ensure that any benefits are shared by all people. And finally, what about the meaning of life itself? If our lives become extremely long, how would that change us as human beings? Would we still value things in the same way we do now? Would we perhaps get bored after living for centuries? These are very deep philosophical questions that we need to explore. The idea of living forever, or even just for a very long time, is a huge concept. It could be an amazing future, but we must approach it carefully and thoughtfully, considering all the implications. The future is uncertain, but exploring these possibilities is vital.